We're on the air again. This is Radio Entrepreneurs. My name is Jeffrey Davis, and I want to thank all our listeners from 2016 for joining all our social sites and making us the largest publisher of electronic entrepreneurial content in Massachusetts, or New England, as I'm told. Our next guest is Tom O'Reilly from Pine Manor College. You're the president, correct?
Correct.
Good. Well, nice to have you on the show. Tell us about Pine Manor College.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
Good.
Pine Manor College has been around for over 104 years, but it's changed a lot. And when we think about so many businesses, they start one way and they become another way.
Right.
And
they evolve.
Entrepreneurs are what make that happen. When we think about Pine Manor up until about 15 years ago was largely a school for white women. It was a 2-year college. It was a finishing school. Today, it is a 4-year college, Bachelor of Arts degrees. It serves a population that's 85% non-white, and it's delivering incredible results. And so the question is, what's in store for education ahead, and what's in store particularly for Pine Manor College?
Well, education is like everything else in our world, is going through great change, isn't it?
Well, it should be if it's not. I don't come from an academic background. I come from industry. And one of the things that the board of Pine Manor College wanted to do was to bring in somebody else who thought a little differently. And they're hoping that together a combination of entrepreneurial business experiences and an affinity and understanding of not-for-profits would bring somebody to the table who could help bring change to a place like Pine Manor College.
So tell us about some of the change that you've had to bring in, some of the critical ones or essential ones, and now some of the ones that we may see in the next 5 years.
Well, when we think about entrepreneurs, oftentimes we think they're people who come in and do something radically different, very new. And yet, in most cases, what they're really doing is rethinking how something is being done. When we think about banking today, every day there's a new bank coming, and yet banking's been around forever. If we think about shoes, people have retailed shoes forever, and yet we see things like Zappos and new ways of doing old things. Well, education's the same way. Today, most colleges will say they want to find college-ready children, college-ready students. Yet if you look at the Northeast, the number of college-ready students is shrinking rapidly. And so the question is, what can a college be? Well, Pine Manor College is talking about looking for college-capable students, students who may not be fully college-ready, but students who have the ability to be college successful, given the time and energy and approach that the college is bringing. So what we're doing at Pine Manor College is we have one of the largest first-generation student populations in the country, about 85%. About 84% of our students are color, and about 80% of them are what we call low income. They're students who are coming to the table with little or no resources from their parents and are making their way across the line on their own. And this is incredibly powerful. These students are bringing huge amounts of capital, social capital, commitment capital, aspirational capital, navigational capital, people who are committed to getting things done and being successful, and they're finding the way to do it. So first of all, we have to be willing to look at students like this and say they're worthy college students and that we want them to succeed.
Well, understanding that there was a population out there that you could service is one thing, and being able to do it is another. How did you make the transition?
Well, one of the important things is to know what the students need. So many colleges, it's a sage on the stage. It's a professor who gives a lecture. I have all the information. It's your job to find it from me. When we looked at our students, we said, maybe that's not the best approach. Our students, like many people in many organizations, are high touch. They're students who need to know that you're committed to them and that it's about engagement. It's not about just speaking at them. It's working with them.
Right.
One of the things we've learned is that it's through experiences that people learn the best and grow the best. And so our focus is to have a very experiential learning environment.